Okay, so now that we got an understanding of the NTFS permissions, I'd like now to show you about sharing out folders, okay? So right now, if somebody wanted to access this sales data folder across the network, that wouldn't happen, okay? So for example, if I jump over to this other machine here and I try to connect across the network, I can do that various ways. One of the easiest ways is to open up File Explorer, and then I'm going to do //nyc-cl1 and hit enter. I have a folder called Administration Shared Out, but that sales data folder is not shared out. So if I wanted to connect to that sales data folder across the network, I would need to make sure that that was shared out. To do that, you can do basic sharing by right-clicking and saying give access to, but I'm going to tell you the IT way, IT way to do it, and generally the more advanced way that's going to give you the most features, the way that Microsoft is generally going to want you to do it. They're going to want you to click on it and then go to the properties of it. You can either right-click it, okay, or if you go over here to Home, you can click Properties and get there, and then click on the Sharing tab instead of the Security tab this time. Okay, if you click share, it's just the basic sharing method again. You're going to want to go with advanced sharing. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to click share this folder. Okay, then I can select the name of the share that people will see when they connect to it. Keep in mind, if you wanted, you could put a $ after it. That makes it a hidden share, which means somebody has to type the exact name in order to get to it. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to make it available. Okay, and then by default, Windows 10 is only going to allow you to have a maximum of 20. This is not a server. They don't want you using it as a server, so they only have a maximum of 20 connections at a time. You could lower that number if you wanted to. Okay. From there, I can set permissions on it, which this is the access control list for sharing. I'm just going to click OK real quick, click OK, click Close, and now I'm going to jump over to that other machine here, and we're going to refresh the screen, and notice that it shows up. So I can go in there and all that, and I can try to delete this data if I want, and notice that it won't let me delete the data, and that's because of the permissions. So if I jump back over to that other machine, here's the folder again. Okay, so if we go to the properties of that, go to sharing, advanced sharing, permissions, notice the permissions. So the permissions and share permissions are very basic compared to NTFS. You have full control, which is sort of the equivalent of full control in NTFS. You have change, which is the equivalent of modify on NTFS. And you have read, which is the equivalent of read and execute, which also gives you read and execute, list folder contents, and read. So they're very basic, but guess what? The permissions work exactly the same if there's a conflict. It's cumulative. So if there's a conflict between your share permissions and you're just talking share permissions, it's going to be cumulative. So if I was to add another group to this, for example, and I added sales, okay, and I only gave sales read. Well, because a user is both in sales and they're part of the everyone group, then they would get full control. Okay, but I don't want everybody having access, so maybe I remove the everyone group. Okay, I'm going to give administrators access. Administrator. I'm going to give domain admins or something like that full control. All that. Salespeople are going to get the ability to change the data if I want. Maybe I'll let marketing people have read permissions. Okay, at that point, now that I've done that and applied that, I've officially set up share permissions. Okay, of course, now there's another predicament. I've now shared this folder out, set it up so that somebody could actually remote into it, like from here, and view the data, view what's in it. There's nothing in the file at the moment. But what happens when there's a conflict? Notice I was able to delete it this time because I have admin rights over it, right? But what happens when there's a conflict between NTFS and share? Okay, so that's going to get explained next.